What's up, you guys? General Boom here, bringing another episode of Boom Beach. So today we're going to do our Attack and Defense series part 2, where we're going to learn how to attack with the Warriors. For part 1, there will be a link on the screen on how to defend against the Warriors, but today we're going to focus on how to attack with the Warriors. Warriors are really powerful troop, and that is why Supercell nerfed them, but even though they got nerfed, they are still really powerful if you know how to use them right. And today my objective is to teach you how to use the Warrior strategy. I have level 4 Warriors with a masterpiece that gives me a 21% damage bonus, which gives me 39.69 damage per second extra, and sometimes that determines if I win or lose the raid, because sometimes it comes down to whether or not the last warrior can make the last swing. It comes down to maybe 1% of the headquarters health is left, and can your warriors take that down? So for my base is an anti-warrior base, or at least I like to think my base is an anti-warrior base. If you want to learn how to defend against the warrior strategy, there will be a link on the screen right here on how to defend against the warrior strategy. This is a 2-part series. I didn't want to make the video too long, so this is the second part of the series. In this part of the series, we're going to learn how to attack with the warriors. But in my first part, we'll learn how to defend with the warriors, not defend against the warriors. So feel free to check that out, and don't forget to check it out because it's really helpful. So let's just go on and attack with the warriors. As we look at Sir Herbert, we see a very big mistake. He has a group of unprotected buildings, and as mentioned in my first part, you do not want to leave unprotected buildings, and you will see the effectiveness of destroying those unprotected buildings on the top part of the base. That is very important. You always want to destroy these unprotected buildings, as well as you can see his defensive tower that deals a lot of damage isn't located near the headquarters, which is a big mistake because they have a short range and they can't reach the headquarters. If warriors do attack them, they will be safe from those towers. Notice how most of the defensive towers are located in front of the headquarters and too far away for the headquarters to be in the range of the defensive towers. And this is especially this space is especially good for especially prone to a warrior attack, because if he does get a warrior rush, his defensive towers won't be able to attack the warriors because they're so far away, and the headquarters isn't in range of the defensive towers. So that is one other mistake that he makes with his base. Another mistake is that he groups his mines together. You never really want to group your mines. Well, it's kind of like an opportunity cost, because as you will see in my raid why this is a bad idea. And because of the fact that you can take it out with one barrage. And also, he leaves us a clear path for us to go. No buildings, no defensive towers, no hidden mines. He even cleared the forest away for us to go and destroy these unprotected buildings. So enough talk, and let's put my strategy into play. So first off, we're gonna destroy the cannon, because again, you want to destroy a defensive tower that deals a lot of damage. And after that goes down, as I mentioned, you never want to group your mines near the headquarters because of this fact. Or if you want to group your mines near the headquarters, make sure that they can be taken out with one barrage or one artillery shell. So now I am going to deploy my troops onto the beach. And as my warriors go onto the beach, I'm going to deploy a flare all the way to the forest. And the reason why I do that, because I want them to destroy those unprotected buildings, and you will see how effective it is to destroy the unprotected buildings, and how much advantage it gives you if you're able to destroy these unprotected buildings. Okay, make sure to look at my energy count. Look how fast it's racking up. And even though they are taking fire from the enemy defensive towers, they are able to heal themselves, because not all of them are firing at those unprotected buildings, because of the fact that they're so far away and they're not protected well enough. And I did make quite a big mistake. I did make a mistake with this raid. I didn't realize how much energy I had, so I deployed my artillery too slow to destroy the sniper tower. So I did lose quite a bit of men, but look how much energy I have. I have so much energy. But this is the most important part of the raid, right here. At the very last second, you want to grab a flare and deploy as much flare as you can, because you want to. And this is a victory for us. and we got quite a bit of casualties, or more than I would like, so, especially since it's a really easy base and I have done better than before. But with the warrior strategy, it's really easy to retrain your troops as you go because they only take 3 minutes each. And if you're a normal Boom Beach player, you just scout, maybe spend like a minute or two scouting, looking at the damage per second, the health of each defensive tower. So by the time you're done scouting, your troops will be retrained and ready to destroy headquarters. As we look at the second base, it seems that his base is a better designed base than the last base we attacked. But again, he does have spread out defensive towers, and it seems like not all of them covers the headquarters. And another thing is that even though he does have protected buildings or slightly protected buildings, he has so little that it's not worth attacking those unprotected buildings. So first off, I'm gonna destroy these cannons, and as I decided what to use on my second cannon, it was more reasonable to use 1 barrage and 2 artillery shell, because if it used 2 artillery shell, it would cost 16 energy compared to 1 barrage, which would only use 10 energy, so I saved 6 energy there. You always want to use your energy most efficiently, because that extra flare might mean the difference between a win and a loss. So for this way, I decided to just YOLO it, go all the way to the headquarters, drop a medic and a shock bomb onto the sniper tower, and this base seems like it will go down. And this is the most important part, because you wanna. And as you can see, these buildings are exploded because we defeated this base. Okay, so let's move on. So you guys kind of get the idea, right? What to look for and what not to look for. Feel free to drop any suggestions in the comments below, or even ask questions. So now we're gonna look at a base not to attack, or a base you should be cautious to attack. As we look at this base, we see there's a highly upgraded sniper tower. Any tower that deals a lot of damage, whether it's sniper towers, cannons, boom cannons, flamethrower, or even really highly upgraded machine gun, you shouldn't attack those bases because they don't give a chance for your warriors to re-heal themselves. And as you can see, he has a better design layout. His cannons are placed fairly close to the headquarters. His flamethrower is pretty close. He has really highly upgraded sniper tower that poses a big threat against warriors, especially at this level. Sniper towers are able to gang up on warriors and take them down before they can re-heal themselves. So sniper towers are dangerous at this level. The more you use the warrior strategy, the more familiar you become with this, so you then realize what you can and can't do. So let's move on and attack this level 20 enforcer base. This is the computer base, and as I see these 3 sniper tower. I would like to get them out before I deploy my troops onto the beach. I'm gonna deploy 2 artillery on each to weaken them. I was hoping I'll be able to destroy them, but unfortunately that's not the case. So after I do that, I'm gonna deploy my troops onto the beach. And I do realize that I don't have a full fleet here, so as I flare them to the left headquarters, not headquarters, sniper tower, the one that has the most health, I'm gonna drop a medic after they take down the other sniper towers that was weakened for them, and I'm gonna flare them back to the back of the base. Flare them to the back of the base. And as they do that, I'm gonna let them destroy these buildings, because I do want to get as much energy as I can. So after that, I'm gonna flare them to the headquarters, drop a shock bomb, because machine guns, as mentioned in my part 1, do quite a bit of damage, especially if there are a couple of them shooting at one massive warriors, because they do splash damage. And here's the most important part, because and this victory is solid. Warriors are a very powerful troop composition, and if you don't have the right base layout, you will get destroyed and you will lose tons of resources. So be sure to check out part 1 of my how to defend against the warrior strategy, because if you don't have the right base layout, you're gonna be dominated by warriors. So make sure to check that out. Let's review how to use the warrior strategy properly. Number 1, look to see if your opponent has unprotected or slightly protected buildings, because you want to destroy them, because they give you a very big advantage during the raid. Number 2, check to see if the headquarters is in range of defensive tower that deals a lot of damage. Cannons, boom cannons, flamethrower, grouped up mines, or even highly upgraded sniper towers. And if so, make sure to take them out with rocket artillery or a barrage. Number 3, when your warriors go for the headquarters, drop a medic on them and a shock bomb where it's most appropriate. Let's say there's 4 machine guns firing at the warriors and they're grouped together. Drop a shock bomb there to try to save your warriors' health, so you limit the casualties. And even though they do heal themselves, a medic always helps the warriors they are taking fire. And number 4, deploy as much flares as you can after winning the raid, because we want to. Well, that's all for this episode. Please don't forget to check out my other videos. If you want to see an anti-warrior base in effect, check out the video on the left. If you want to see what makes a good anti-warrior base, check out the video on the right. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This is General Boom. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to boom on.